some fucking noise for yourselves for coming out tonight, cause we did that shit straight up. I can say goodbye to being broke. Hell of the bread.
Yo, it's G-Eazy. You've been checking out thesermonsdomain.com.
What's going on? It's your boy Sermon, thesermonsdomain.com, and we're chilling here with G-Eazy. Man, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm having a crazy adventure right now. This tour has been everything, you know, everything we worked for and put so many, you know, paid dues, you know what I mean? Like, did every other tour, opening up, building towards this so now this feels like the first tour. You know, I'm out here like finally headlining with a bus. Like now is where it all begins. You know, we scale up from there.
How are the shows been? I know they've been all sold out. So
yeah.
how is it been?
It's just love, man. The tour is where you get to interact with the fans. You know, it's one thing to read the tweets and Facebook comments every day, but like coming out and seeing every show sell out and the fans scream and know the words, you know what I mean? Especially to the new stuff we've just been releasing, that's what you do it for. You know, I mean, the fans complete the whole thing. It's like without them, I'm just some weirdo making music in a room. You know, so that's like completes the whole equation is when we come out and tour and play this music for them and see how they react.
So last summer you were on tour with Lil Wayne, T.I, and Chainz, and there's a couple others on there. So like, what did you learn from being on the road with them?
Man, you learn a lot. It was a humbling experience, but being around them, I mean, you look at any of those guys, they did it. You know, from Wayne down to T.I down to Chainz, like they've done it at such a large scale. You take notes every day. You know, whether it's their presence on stage, the talk breaks, you know, the merch, the song selection, the set order, all that kind of shit, the energy, how to react to, you know what I mean, how to interact with the crowd of that size, you know, and how to work every side of the whole, you know.
How beneficial was the tour to you?
I
you feel like you gained a lot of new fans off of it?
I wouldn't say I gained that many fans as much because I was playing so early in the build.
Yeah.
But I was inspired every day, kind of with the frustration that came with that. Not frustration, but getting off stage, just feeling inspired. Like, you know, all right, go back to the studio because we had the studio set up in the back of the bus and work. You know what I mean? Like, okay, if you don't want to do another tour where you're like opening or lower on the bill, put that work in. It all comes back to the music. So we were just like, I'd be in the studio every night, you know, right after my set, and I would work all night. We didn't even party that much on that tour. I was just so motivated seeing them and what they have and what they've built to come back to the studio and just put that work in on the album.
Okay, so I know you have a bachelor's in music industry studies, right? So how much of a role did that play like into your actual career and the moves you made?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, half of this game is creating the music and the content. The other half is getting it to me. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's like without the fans, I'm just some weirdo making music in a room. You know, it comes to life when the fans get it and turn it into something. When they come to the show and they sing the words. When they post it on Twitter. When they talk about it to their friends. So that was really what I tried to soak up there is like the marketing side of things, the business strategy side, you know, everything that goes on behind the scenes in order to, you know, in today's day and age, like break through the noise.
Yeah, so Almost Famous is one of my favorite records that you've done. I played that record live while researching and stuff. So in the last year, like all the progress that you made and all the fans that you gained, would you say like adjusting all this success has been easy, hard, or like somewhere in between?
You just go with the flow, man. I mean, it's like this is everything I've ever dreamed of, and it's just starting. So for me, it's like, you know, you take everything in stride. Just stay humble, and you just, you know, keep your head down and keep working. And you know, this is, I mean, what else do I know how to do but work?
Right.
So it's like now we finally have these opportunities, and it's just a blessing, man. It's all beautiful.
So let's talk about the debut album. These things happen. So why did you make it that title, and like what does that mean towards your career thus far?
We live a crazy lifestyle on tour. I mean, like last tour, we kind of like buckled down and really worked a lot. But we still did our thing here and there, but 9 times out of 10, when I'm on the road, man, it's like we just like, you know, the whiskey just gets the best of us, and we, you know, we have fun. We drink it to oblivion, and we have, you know, 40 girls on the bus, and we just do whatever. We live, like, we enjoy the moment that we're in, and you know, you kind of wake up the next morning being like, wow, like what the fuck happened last night? You know what I mean? And it's kind of like this nonchalant reaction to this crazy lifestyle we live. It's like, fuck, these things happen. What can I say? Like, sometimes you pass out with a whiskey bottle right next to you. You know what I mean? Like, but it's also the same kind of reaction and response to where this music has taken us. You know, it's like I was like growing up in the Bay, just like dreaming of taking this music around the world, like dreaming of having a fan base of people who cared about the shit I was making, you know. And we worked so hard for so many years that for this to finally kind of come to fruition or begin to, it's like, fuck, these things happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, so it's just this reaction to this crazy chapter of my life that we're in right now.
Also, one of the tweets I remember seeing earlier this month was that you had tweeted that you and E-40 had a conversation. So like, it sounded like a collaboration's coming, like Power Move.
Yeah.
So is that going to be like on the album? Or?
So, bruh, like 2 days ago, the day of my Fillmore show in San Francisco, I mean, to me, that show was like a bigger deal to me than almost any other day. Because, I mean, anytime like you're playing like at home in the Bay, it always means that much more. So to have the Fillmore sold out crazy, you know what I mean? Like, that was a moment for me. It was a special day. So I wake up and my phone's like, I check my phone and it's like, missed call from me 45 minutes ago. I'm like, woo, wake up, you know what I mean? Call him like, Uncle Earl, what up? And he's like, what's up, nephew? You got mail. And I gotta check my email, and he sent me the verse. And he told me that he was gonna do it. Like, I had sent him the record, and he was like, yo, I love this. You're telling stories on here. This is amazing. This is like where we're from. You know what I mean? You're putting on for the Bay. And, you know, and then he sat on it, and a week or two went by, and I'm like, I need Uncle Earl on the album. You know what I mean? Like, where's 40 Water at? And, but he takes his time, you know what I mean? But he does his thing.
Yeah, always gives quality.
Yeah, always quality. So when I checked the email and listened to the verse, I was just like, man, that's just crazy. Like, I got E-40 on my album. Like, that's just a moment for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, coming from growing up listening to him to having him on the album, he jumped on Far Alone. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like, it's not going to be a remix, it's just going to be a new version?
It's just going to be the new version with E-40 on it.
Is J.M. still on it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Any other collaborations you can talk about? I know the album's coming out. Is it
Yeah.
next month or May?
ASAP Ferg hopped on the album. Yeah, but he's been my, like, their whole crew, like, we've been cool since like that shit first started to, you know what I mean? Like, we randomly met them and just kicked it and just smoked it and just chill. Like, me and Rocky, like, super early, and he invited me to open his first New York show he ever did. Like, and we've just been cool ever. Like, that, at the end of the day, I always want collaborations in music to be like organic. It makes sense, and not just like contrived and just for the, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
just
for the
look.
fuck of it, just for a look. Like, it's got to be real. So yeah, that's pretty much it. E-40 and ASAP Ferg.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, last two questions, just random. What is your favorite spot to eat in your hometown and why?
Gordo's on College Ave in Berkeley. It's a little taqueria. Anyone in Berkeley, I don't know who Gordo's is. It's amazing. Yeah. It's just like where I grew up going. I can get burritos.
That's your favorite thing to get there? Burritos?
Yeah, like if I'm home, like staying at my grandma's house in Berkeley, like I'll go to Gordo's literally every day. Every day.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Last question. What did you do during recess in school? If you remember.
What did I do during recess? Just played football on the blacktop. Yeah, played football or basketball. And tetherball was like popping in elementary and high school. Tetherball was the shit. Like, if you were the man at tetherball, you were the man. Like, straight up.
Right. Okay. It's your boy Sermon, the sermonisdomain.com. G-Eazy, I appreciate your time.
Appreciate you.
Hey, we're on one tonight in Seattle.